What's up, humans, and welcome to a new Psicoactivo. Happy Tuesday, everybody. A lot happening this week. We just finished the live stream of David Grush at the Capitol steps with a bunch of people. You can see both my breakdown and the live stream with the night shift crew and everybody else. Andy from that UFO podcast also joined us. And simultaneously, yesterday, I was able to attend the Disclosure Day premiere from Steven Spielberg. And I just got to show you a little something because we're going to talk about a non spoiler conversation today of the film. I'm going to tell you what my impressions are of the film, whether it's worth watching it or not, some stuff on the periphery of why I rate what I rate. But I'm not going to go into details of the plot or anything like that. Just impressions after the film and non spoiler conversation. So let me show you my tweet first because it was really nice. I'm just going to come clean with it. Andy from that UFO podcast was the one who offered and was really nice about it. He recommended people to get tickets for the pre-screening on June 8th. And he did that, and I had a really good back and forth with people from Universal who were really nice about it. They gave me a +1. They had even two seats like this with the Psicoactivo sign right there. And that was really nice. I obviously kept these. First time ever for me. There's also this at the beginning of the film in San Diego. I just took one shot because we weren't allowed to use cell phones at all, but I mean, I had to. And then this one, me with the signs. The wife took that picture. So this is what I wrote out of the theater. Got to see Disclosure Day in San Diego with the wife. Some hits and some misses for me. Ufology might have mixed opinions about many of the themes explored in the film. However, this is classic Spielberg. It's one of those directors that usually don't miss, especially playing in his favorite sandbox. I give it 8.5 out of 10. Proper spoiler and non-spoiler reviews coming later this week on Psicoactivo. I owe Andy a pint or two. I'm also buying tickets this weekend. Need to see it again. Indeed, I do. And yeah, thank you, Andy. That was really nice of you. I took advantage of it. So that's one thing, right? But we also got to talk about the film itself. And, you know, um, for me, it was very refreshing to see Steven Spielberg going back to his old self because it's been at least a couple of decades that he hasn't done this type of sci-fi that he's very used to. We know that he did Close Encounters. We know that he did E.T. And the combination with John Williams, who's one of the most legendary composers in history of film, that combination is always a home run, in my opinion. And it was in this case. Emily Blunt's character, I think that steals the film completely because she did a lot of things that you need to be wickedly talented to do in the film. And everybody brought their A game, I think. Uh, I didn't like some of the story decisions or creative decisions in the storytelling that Spielberg decided to use because and this is my fault though because I was expecting a certain specific, narrative and that didn't happen for me. Uh Regardless, it was a fantastic film. I think one of the best films of the year so far and one of Steven Spielberg's best by far. And when it comes to the religious angle, that's where I was worried. And all I'm going to say about that, because it was very clear from the all the iconography that appeared in the trailers that there was going to be some kind of religious element there. And all I'm going to say is that, yeah, it's a bit controversial for some people, I guess. There are already some headlines in the news covering the film that talk about controversial reactions from religious people. I was a little surprised by that, to be honest with you. I didn't think that Spielberg would talk about this so openly, and something that I love about Spielberg is that he doesn't need exposition, like a lot of explaining during his movies. He's arguably one of the masters at saying something a really deep concept in just a couple of seconds or like 5 seconds and some action in the camera. And that is priceless. And he did a lot of great use to this, in my opinion. The film is obviously still a science fiction film. All of the characters are obviously created for this film. The things that happen in the film are fiction so far, but it's still. I was still under the impression that it was really weird timing watching this movie with everything that's happening. With especially, for example, with the David Grush thing that happened today. And in my spoiler review, I'm going to talk about which of the characters reflect people in real life, in ufology and other places, because I think that that is a fun thing to do. Just that. But yeah, it was a very specific type of alien film. I would have loved more exploration of many other aspects of real life ufology, because Spielberg himself had been saying that he thought that that was the real thing, that a lot of the elements that he used were real, and they are. Don't get me wrong, but it's not everything that I think should be explored. And there were a lot of moments where I thought that the story, like the exploration of the real life elements, could have gone a little further, and they didn't. And I thought that that was probably a missed opportunity. So that's, I think, as far as I can go in terms of what I can share with you without spoiling anything. But I really loved and enjoyed this movie. I think that I'm gonna watch it next weekend, and obviously, when the spoiler talk comes, which is going to be on Friday or Saturday, that's where we're going to get into all the elements that happened and everything that went down. I just want to say one more thing that I thought was funny. I'm going to just pause it in a moment right here, because this really caught me off guard a little bit. And I know that we've seen this guy right here seems awfully familiar to Matthew Pines from Ufology. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but when I saw the movie, I saw him several times and I was like, whoa, they look very much alike. That's really weird. Although Matthew is one of the good guys, and this guy presumably is one of the bad guys in the film. So I just wanted to say that before I leave. But when you watch the film, let me know what you think. I loved it. I give it an 8.5 just because of some of those details that I told you about, but it still made already 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is a big deal. And it's still going to make probably $1 billion, which it was expected. It's an event type of film. So let me know what you think about what I just shared with you, and get excited. It is a really cool and awesome film. You will like it. I promise you. Before I leave, I'm going to present you with Psicoactivo's first ever sponsor, one of you, a small business by the name of Anomalous Cards, from my friend Matt. Thank you to Anomalous Cards for sponsoring this video. Matt is coming forward with the 2026 pack of all the events that happened throughout 2026. That is still in development, but he came out with a really cool idea that he calls the Heroes of Truth. And it's he also came up with a really cool idea to sell just little packs of cards, not the entire deck. And that's where you're going to get these Heroes of Truth cards. So there are special Heroes of Truth insert cards, which are only available in the packs. These document 30 key UAP truth tellers, both past and present. The Heroes of Truth cards are serial numbered to different amounts, from 250 to as low as 10. So let me show you the packs. These are the packs, which are really cool. And these are the packs right here. And then the Hero of Truth that I'm going to show you here is a former astronaut, Gordon Cooper. And this is the Gordon Cooper Heroes of Truth anomalous card. And this is the reverse. Let me read it to you. Gordon Cooper was an aerospace engineer, test pilot, and astronaut. He was the first American to spend more than 24 hours in orbit. Following his retirement, Cooper spoke publicly about multiple UAP he witnessed over Europe while flying for the Air Force in 1951. He described the objects as saucer-shaped with maneuvering capability beyond state-of-the-art. Quote, "We couldn't get anywhere near their altitude," end quote, Cooper said. Asked in 1999 what he believed he and his fellow airmen had seen that day, Cooper stated bluntly, extraterrestrial vehicles. Cooper also revealed a 1957 incident at Edwards Air Force Base where he was supervising flight testing. His crew witnessed and filmed a saucer land in a dry lake bed before it zipped away at a great rate of speed, he said. We wound up having to send the film forward to Washington in the base jet airplane, and I don't know whether anyone ever seen it since. So this is from the Heroes of Truth, Anomalous Cards. And I want to thank again Matt for the support here. So I wanted to show you this. It was really cool that I got this, and it's really cool that it's moving forward, that it's doing well. Thank you for the support. If you want to go to the site, it is called letsgetanomalous.com. Let me repeat, letsgetanomalous.com. We're supposedly going to have a 15% discount for Psicoactivo. As soon as I get it, because they haven't generated it yet, I will give it to you guys so you can take a look. But let me show you. This is a good example. This is Dylan Borland's description of the black triangle that he saw, that he described at the September hearings. So that's one. And in the reverse, in the back of the card, you get a description. One with the picture on one side and the other one with a description. This is the video that Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp showed on June 16, 2025. And this is the description right here. As I'm told by the Anomalous Cards team, 2 of my reportings are in these cards. If you can spot them, if you buy these cards and you can spot the reporting, I'll be glad to highlight it if you guys let me know. But yeah, remember, go to www.letsgetanomalous.com for a 15% discount for Psicoactivo. I'll leave the discount in the description down below. But thank you to the Anomalous Cards team for giving me this opportunity to be my sponsor, my very first official sponsor for Psicoactivo podcast. Thank you. That's it for me today on this video, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, stay curious and inquisitive like Andy from That UFO podcast. Thank you for the hookup, man. Always. Bye.